What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video here in, well, I guess now we're in Powdersville, but we are heading to a junkyard today. I know I've done tons of junkyard videos in Japan, and I know a lot of my following isn't in America, so today is a junkyard in America video. And we're not just going just a video. I'm gonna go see if they have any neon parts, because of course there's lots of neons in the junkyard. We are in the neon right now, the SRT-4, heading that way. I did look a couple days ago and there was only one neon in there, but it could have since changed. I would like to maybe find like a wingless trunk with no wing holes in it, potentially, but who knows, we probably won't. We'll see, but there should be some Hondas, some 350s, things like that. Obviously I said there'd be some imports, but obviously there'll be some American cars, some Mustangs. They'll probably be full of Mustangs and Camaros, but this is LKQ. It's a self-service, like a pull-apart type yard. I know that's pretty popular in the States, but I think overseas, like in Japan, I never saw any real pull-apart lots, except maybe some near the bases in Okinawa. Right when you walk in, right off the bat, the neon. Like I said, you're not gonna find any SRT-4s in here, but definitely some neons. This one does have a spoiler on the trunk though, so it's gonna have the holes, and it's not red. You know, maybe if it didn't have the holes I'd get it, but there's no point getting it now. Maybe we'll come back and take a look. It's got aftermarket wheels, but we're gonna walk around right now and see what kind of interesting cars we can find. If I do remember correctly, it's been, you know, probably 9 years since I've been here. All of the domestic stuff is up front and the imports is way back there in the back, so we'll make our way back to the imports. There is a sheriff car right here, sheriff's office, Richmond County, Georgia. I don't know if it's legit. Yeah, it looks like it was definitely set up to be a police cruiser. That's pretty funny. You see a lot of you know, like fake police cars in Japan. You know, people do up the fake police cars. Now these Fords, the Tauruses, some of these came, oh, I guess this one doesn't have the motor in it. I wonder if that could be it. I'm not familiar with these motors, but I'm guessing this is probably it. They came, these Ford Tauruses, some of them for the police packages, they came all-wheel drive, V6, twin turbo, I do believe. Sorry if the camera's a bit shaky. I left my little handheld, not really a stabilizer, but my stick in the car because I didn't want it to be awkward. It's kind of awkward, you know, filming in America when you got like a big stick or something like that and everybody sees the camera. Just camera in your hand, not so bad though. But this place is ridiculous. I used to come here quite a lot to get parts for Eclipses I had. Ooh, we got a Mustang. The Ford Mustang. Looks like a V6 from just looking at it right here. Automatic. Oh, it's so weird being back in an American junkyard. 6-cylinder yet. Poopy Mustang. How about that wood grain? Somebody needs to refinish the wood. That's funny though. Another Mustang. This one is another 6-cylinder, 3.8 liter. No real use for those motors. This is where everybody comes to get their LS swaps for their 240s. I'm sure there's some Chevy stuff around here. Yeah, there's some Chevy stuff. Hey, here's a Camaro. I don't think this is your LS swap, is it? I'm totally not familiar with where people get LS swaps from. I know they came in like the catfish looking Camaros, but I'm not sure if they came in some of these old Corvettes as well. A lot of people like to buy these wheels though and do Corvette wheels on like certain cars and SUVs, and wheels here are pretty cheap. I think 17-inch to 19 or 20s. I was looking at a thing they had in there. That sounded ridiculous. They had a price breakdown in there, and I think the 17 to 19-inch were like 40 bucks a wheel. So I mean, if you could get lucky and find some nice aftermarket wheels in here, or get your set of Corvette wheels and put it on your Neon or something. I don't know if they're the same lug pattern. Usually if anything good comes in here, like any kind of good tuner car, any kind of Honda, anything that has any parts that's sought after, there's guys that work here that watch for that kind of stuff, and if they don't pick it apart themselves, they call their buddies that are on the lookout for this kind of stuff. So the good stuff definitely gets taken away pretty quickly if you're looking for something actually like a nice sought after part. But I mean, you can get LS swaps probably all day long in here. You can even get a freaking ambulance. I don't think you can buy whole cars from here though either, but you can get some parts off an ambulance. Alrighty, now we're getting into some Acuras, some Hondas. See if we can find anything interesting for you Honda people. I'm a Honda people. There's a Miata. I about called it a Roadster, but I can call it a Miata again now because we're back in America. Mazda MX-5 Miata. See, getting the seats out of this would have been kind of cool, but obviously seats were probably the first thing to go. I guess this is the line right here of switching between domestic and import. Some Nissan stuff. Was that a TL maybe? Acura? Yeah, TL. Oh snap. G35. That thing is nasty. Nasty in a bad way. Rattle can to crap. That was probably somebody's not $5,000 now, but probably some $5,000 high school car that some kid beat the crap out of, took out to the car meets, rattle canned it, and destroyed it. This thing is nasty. I do like the way G35s sound. Even with the stock exhaust, G35s sound pretty good. But, I mean, what are you going to get off this? I mean, I guess you could take the motor out of it. Hey, 3G Eclipse! Now, if you guys have been watching for a while, you know that I mentioned this from time to time, that I used to have two of these Eclipses. One of them was a 4-cylinder like this one. The other one was a 6-cylinder that I actually swapped the motor out of a Mitsubishi Diamante. There might be one of those around here somewhere, but it's a 3.5 liter and I put it in the Eclipse and it was actually really quick. This thing looks like somebody pooped all in it though. Back in the day, I really would have cared for this and probably taken some parts from it. Another Honda Civic, just one of your normal stupid Honda Civics that nobody really cares about. I mean, I know some of you true Honda people care about these, and I mean, it's got a Honda, a steering wheel cover on it. But this one, what is that, a D15? Some little motor that doesn't really matter to most Honda people. Yeah, this is an automatic car. Nothing really desirable out of that. An Integra? No. Why did somebody put a hood on top of the Integra? Somebody saving the motor, trying to like, hey, don't look at this Integra. It's B20. I don't think it's got a B20 stamp on it, but I don't think these Integras came with any B20s. I could be wrong, but this might be a swap. This might be the reason somebody's covering it. Somebody might be coming back for this and they don't want people looking at it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just out of the American Integra game for too long, but it's an automatic. It looks like nobody would have put stuff into this. It said B20 on it. I mean, minus the sick racing stripe that somebody put on it, so obviously somebody cared about it. A BMW, is that a Z4? Oh dear. Oh, a Z3. I was wrong, guys. Junkyards in America are so different. Like, this thing is huge too. There's people walking around, people pulling parts left and right. I think a lot of people kind of do this as a side hustle. I mean, some people probably do it for their actual business though, but there's all kinds of cars here. We're just barely scratching the top of this junkyard right now. Is that a Accord? An older Accord? Or it's a Camry? Huh. It's probably 2J swap, that's why they covered it. Somebody's coming back for their super engine. Another 3G Eclipse. I know most people don't care about these, so I won't continue about this one. I'll only continue about Eclipses if I see one that's got a V6 in it, just so we can talk about that just a little bit. This is a Toyota Solara. I think some of these came with an 8-cylinder if I remember correctly. I could be remembering completely wrong. Like I said, I haven't dealt with these kind of cars in so long. What is that? Is it just a coupe? Oh, it's a Prelude. Okay. The Prelude, I think if I remember correctly, H22s? 23, H23. I've never owned any Preludes. I kind of like them, you know, some people compare them and try to make them look like, what, like the Skylines or something. I don't know, I've seen a couple memes. But here's a Prelude with a crappy torn apart, half torn apart. Not really, just a few things missing off of it. Was this one automatic or 5-speed? I don't know. Too hard to tell, there's too much all over the place. There's our boy Matt. That's who we've been waiting on.
It's cold!
Dude, it is cold. This isn't cool. Matt, good to see you.
Everybody again.
You guys remember Matt?
Yeah.
Precision Wraps and Graphics.
Old eyes, old man face.
So we were talking earlier about how we made the Lamborghini video, the supercar video, and what we got like 2,000 or 3,000 people watch that thing.
Nobody cared to watch it.
But you posted a picture of my ratty ass Neon that's out there in the parking lot.
And it's like hella views.
I don't get it. I mean, I guess I don't know. You guys let us know. I would like to know in the comments, kind of like what you guys like. Why don't people watch the supercar videos?
Comment. To those who think that supercars are not obtainable, obviously I don't drive one, so I can't go that far, but it's not that far out of your reach.
It's not.
Like, you put a plan together, grind, like actually make something that works to get to work towards that common goal, Dude, it's 100% doable. I've
Exactly.
met with a lot of people over this past weekend at SEMA.
Dude, the SEMA stuff.
There's a lot of people just like me and Spencer that own these cars, and it's like, it's 100% doable.
It's doable,
100%
completely.
doable.
You don't have to stick to your blue
Honda Civic valve cover.
Nothing against it. Nothing against it. Dude, this place is a lot more redneck than I remember it.
Dude, it has gone way downhill. Like back in the day, you could find like 240s, you could find like J30s, you could find all kinds of good. Well, again, I'm a Nissan guy, but
Yeah, there's Integras. You still got Integras.
yeah, but look at these vents though. That custom.
Straight out of your neck of the woods.
Yep. It is. It's basic.
Yeah, that one's got the B18. There was one with the B20. I don't think that ever came factory. I don't know if you know much Honda stuff, but I don't think B20 ever
B20s
came.
Never came factory.
In these Integras.
Those came out of the CRVs.
CRVs, yeah. But there was one with the B20 over there. Somebody had put another hood on top of it to like cover it up. I think somebody's coming back for it.
Oh yeah, they didn't want anybody to know that. It's like there's a gem in here.
I don't know if this is the same Jag that's been here for 10 years since the last time I came here, but I remember there being a 12-cylinder Jag. I would imagine it can't be. Is there a date? Yeah, there's a date of enter.
19.
But it is a 12-cylinder, yeah? That's freaking
Shot.
bruh.
Ooh.
Dude,
That hurt.
good luck making it out of that.
Hurt. Did you see on Facebook the other day about the deer that came through the windshield?
And killed somebody. Wasn't that here? Wasn't that recent? Or was that our area, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think
saw
so.
Somebody had posted up. And I was like, man.
Yeah, that's an eye-opener.
For real.
Here's a Civic. It's got the VTEC sticker on it, so you know it's legit. It's got some black wheels with the chrome lip, straight out of my high school days. It's got a little D17 in it. Nothing special. But it is that nice blue color. And like I said, this is be like one of those times where you could score some wheels. Like I think these wheels are kind of ugly and not worth it or anything, but if you're looking for a good set of cheap wheels, this would be a good way to go about it. Freaking Celica. If somebody's looking for lowering springs for their Celica, there you go. Those look like actual coilovers. Automatic too. Beautiful. Amazing. Run and drive. So this was a running and driving car when it came in. It's interesting to see how some of these cars end up here. Like you wonder. Looks like somebody took the top hat off of those coilovers. It's kind of strange. I guess that's probably why I came in here. It looks like crap, and it's a Celica. Another Integra. This is an old one. Not the most sought after. Not the DC2. Is this like a DA or something? It's an 89 Integra B16A. See, like somebody could pull that. That'd be a good motor. I mean, if it runs. And I think gasoline engines were only like 250 bucks or so, I think is what the sign in there said. So not a bad price. Hey, RSX. Still got the motor in it. K20.
Let's talk about this custom air intake for just a second. With the fishnet stapled to the side of it. What is that supposed to help catch? Because all the particles
Fish.
of dirt.
I don't know, man. You're not keeping dirt out.
Hey, this one of them crayfish holder catchers here.
Oh, man.
Stick that off in your local creek and come home with dinner.
Yikes.
So I can imagine, compared to a Japan junkyard, this is quite terrible.
Very much so. Very, very terrible. But hey, this is my old stuff right here.
Oh, this throwback's right here.
Oh man, that's got the 3.0 in it too. I swapped that out for a 3.5.
Throwbacks.
Throwbacks to never go backs.
I was ignoring us, trying not to block.
Hey. Got the second generation Eclipse.
Yeah, you right. You right.
Ooh, red oil filter. That's real sporty.
Ugh.
Yeah, this thing's junk.
Man, LKQ just going way downhill.
Auto tragic. Steering wheel's ugly as sin. Yeah, supposedly it's gone downhill. That's what Matt said. That's what I feel like. You know, I haven't been here in 10 years, but I do remember there being some like, not nice cars, but at least like you were saying, like a couple 240s or something usually, like that were okay.
This is like super econo mode. And not even good economy cars. Well, I mean, this was a good economy car. I can't say anything. I still drive one of these. It's got like 250,000 miles and runs like
those things will go for like $1 million.
That is actual, like 19-year-old poop.
Human poop, probably.
Oh, that is nasty.
I don't think people bring their dogs in here, so I guess people are taking a break from pulling their engines and taking It's over here on the side.
That is gross.
What do we have
He
here?
already has. He just bought airbags.
Another Civic.
It's on air ride now.
Covered motor.
It's on. It's on
Ooh,
air ride now.
gold.
I mean,
D15. Blech. Bunch of crap nobody cares about. A repainted red car. Customer name. Quality control. I was actually opening this up thinking it'd be the passenger side. That was kind of weird. Still thinking Japan. These Hyundai Tiburons are probably one of the worst cars ever made. I hate them. One of the least favorite things about being back in America is having to see Hyundai Tiburons. They are super ugly. I don't think they offer any sort of performance variation that has any kind of like fun motor, any kind of good motor. They are just garbage. Volkswagen Bug, girly green. Is that another Integra? See, there's lots of Hondas. There's not many good Nissans out here though. This 350 is all jacked up. There's oil all over the place. Eee.
Before we actually washed them up and took them over.
Pretty nasty looking 350. There's not a good looking 350 in here, I guess. Oh, somebody pulled the 350Z badge off. That was one thing we used to do. We'd come in here, and what we used to do was really stupid. We used to race in Greenville when we were younger. And what you had to do is if you lost the street race, you had to give up the emblem on your car. So what we would come in here and do is pick off all the emblems of the cars we had just in case we lost a race so that we could just hand out a different emblem. It was really dumb, really young, stupid stuff. But it was silly, it was funny. I kind of wish I could go back to that time and video some of that time of my life as well. This one's got racing stripes, so you know it's legit. It was definitely a former race car. No motor anymore because somebody already took the race car motor out. There is nothing here. Matt was saying that this used to be kind of like the good spot back here at the back, but there is nothing back here worth a crap. So that was pretty much all of the import side of stuff. Not really import, you know, but Japanese cars. Some more domestics over here, the Mustangs, probably a bunch of crappy V6s as well. It seems like anything that was worth anything is already destroyed and pulled apart. And
but for future reference, if you are a Mustang owner, inevitably you're going to be here. Your car's going to be here.
And there's plenty for you to pick from.
You can wreck your car and then come back in here and get parts right back off of it.
That's what I was telling him just a minute ago. I don't think you were so much in it because you were kind of like doing drifty things and like parkour-y things. But like I remember we used to roll up to Quaker, which was where the car meets were here in Greenville.
Yep.
And other places where like where was it
Quaker
before?
was the spot though. Really.
Quaker was the best one I think out of all of them. Oh, there's your LS1 swap.
Hey.
I think an LS1 comes in this. I don't freaking know. You should know because you do drifty things or used to.
I do. Well, I used to do drifty things.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is probably an LT. What year is it?
98.
Yep, it's an LT.
It's got SS badges on it. I mean.
Oh, them AutoZone stick-on?
I don't know.
SS badges, legit.
We got.
Somebody literally tried to scrape them off so they could put it on their own car.
Probably on
and
their
they gave up halfway through.
Definitely a V6. They probably were trying to throw it on too.
Yeah, I think these came with LTs.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know anything about these catfish.
Yep. LT1.
Automatic.
Yay!
Anyways, I was saying, we used to street race for emblems.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember that being a thing, but and I remember we would come up here and we would like peel emblems off of cars too, so we'd have extra emblems.
Just so you didn't lose yours. Dude, I remember racing the toll roads.
Yes.
The toll roads.
Yes.
Was where it was at.
There was that little like turnaround. Yeah.
Yes, right before you get to the toll booth. That was the best. We actually tried to race there like, man, it's probably been like 2-3 years ago, and apparently that spot's been hot for a long time.
Really?
There were cops everywhere.
Dude, I remember back in the day, back before like any of these JDM cars were legal, there was like a few dudes with like right-hand drive Supras and GTRs, and
yes.
I remember jumping on those toll roads, following those guys behind, and like my little Eclipse or Integra, just trying to keep up to see what was happening.
Yep.
Man, those are the days.
Yep.
Is there anything like that anymore?
Like that anymore, man. Like pretty much everybody now, the car scene back here is just went to crap. It's like everybody does, you know, all this stuff to their car to try to impress everybody else instead of doing it for them. And if somebody talks junk about it, then they get in their feelings and get butt hurt and then start, you know, some big drama on Facebook. It's not about what it used to be about, man.
There's still a huge car community. Like there's still like a ton of car people. Like the car community has exploded around here. It's just, it's not like, it's not a one thing like it used to be. I don't know, maybe we're just old guys now. It's not like it used to be.
That's how you know you're old, when those words come out of your mouth. Oh, I remember when, oh, it's not how it used to be. That's, you're old.
But I mean, what's the cool thing now? I guess if you want to fit in, you have to slam your car and vape and talk crap about everybody else's car.
Against vaping?
Hey, you gonna slam your car next?
I don't drive a Subaru.
No, vaping is a thing that a lot of people do, but it's associated very much with slamming your car, 100%. Driving a Subaru, and going out to Anderson.
Which, ironically, I am driving a slammed Civic today, but it's not mine.
Okay, ironically.
I dropped my car off at the shop. It was a loaner.
Uh-huh.
It's dead serious. And I'm pretty sure it's straight pipe.
Kind of ventured away from the car section, look at some of these SUVs and trucks. Matt is looking for a little clip piece for his rear tailgate of his, what, almost 400,000 mile
just
Silverado.
375, baby, still trucking. And everybody already knows, if you own a Silverado, the back tailgate, the latch, it breaks every time.
I know nothing of this.
Huh?
I know nothing of this.
Yeah.
I have not owned a truck yet in my life.
I don't even see any out here. There was literally one and it was gone.
This professional over here, we didn't bring any tools, so he's ripping it off with a pipe to get some clips out. How's that going for you?
Hey, it worked. Look at that. Easy breezy, 1, 2, 3.
Is that the part you need?
No.
Is it the same? No?
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
All right.
I thought these were the pieces that I need here, but there's little plastic clips and retainers that hold the metal rods in. But apparently, they seem to be a little bit different on this car. I'm gonna take it either way, because I spent more time finding this than I did taking this out.
What % chance do you think is that we could find weed in some of these cars?
Oh, 100% chance. Like 100s. Might be weed in this one right here.
What do we got? It's an Oldsmobile. There definitely could be weed. Because I would think most people that are carrying around weed probably are trying to look for something inconspicuous.
This is it. This is Grandma 101.
What about the police car, though?
Dude, that's where it's at. Like,
that's where I would put my weed if I was hiding weed at LKQ.
Yeah, 100%. And it's the state of Georgia. How does it end up in South Carolina? That's how you know you
conflict of interest.
That's how you know you could traffic back and forth to the states and not get caught. Oh, well, whatever happened, he got caught.
Might be in here. Nope. I saw this earlier on the way in. This is the only thing that I was potentially interested in.
As soon as I walked in here, I was like, oh, Spencer had to have covered this as soon as he walked in. I was like, it's not an SRT-4, but...
I did look up Neons before I came out here just to see if there was anything, because the only thing I could think of that I would potentially want is a trunk if it didn't have a spoiler. Yeah. Because I don't want the holes there. Like, I would take off the spoiler.
It's an SXT, man.
Dude, I could throw that badge on there.
That's like an extra 40 horsepower.
At least.
Look at those taillights.
Nope, I don't want to. No thanks.
Oh. Dude, these cars were such turds. The only thing that made them nice was the fact that they made an SRT version.
And that was like the fastest turd you could buy for like zero monies.
Hey, it was budget.
Yeah, it was. Oh, whew, jeez, I don't even want to get in that thing.
That bad?
Somebody body odor and pooped all over the place in there.
And the accident wasn't even that bad. No reason to poop on yourself.
Was there even an accident?
I don't even think there was an accident. The car just blew up. It is a Neon.
Hey. All right, well, that's going to do it for LKQ today. Like I said earlier, and like Matt's kind of said, it's not what it used to be.
Not what it used to be.
But we've said that about
100 times.
LKQ, we said that about the car scene, we said that about everything here.
About life.
But it is huge. If you're looking for some like pretty normal stuff, it's a good place to come. But don't come here looking for anything for your drift car. Maybe come here for your Hondas.
If you're in the market for an ambulance.
Ambulance or police car.
Dude, seriously.
There you go.
I mean, somebody needs to take that, 2J swap it and bag it. You'll
that
get
would be cool.
Of views.
Easily. The man who vapes does drive a lower, newer Civic.
It's not even mine. Trust me, I drive way worse a piece of crap car than this. It's about 14 years older.
Dude, these things are interesting though. Is it like fun?
It's decently quick for what it is, man. I mean, obviously it's nothing like the Lamborghini and the McLaren that we were driving last week, but...
People would probably care more about this. It's got titanium exhaust.
There you go. Straight piped.
Dude, give us a startup. Let's hear.
CJ,
I'm super interested for myself.
CJ, this one's for you, my man. Only because you were kind enough to let me use this while you work on my crappy truck.
Very conservative. You said straight pipe. I was like, oh, it's.
Well, let me rephrase. Cat delete.
Okay. I really am pretty disappointed with what LKQ has become. It used to be a lot better. There used to at least be a lot more cars. I get that maybe not everybody's junking cars at the same time, so I'm sure there's times in the junkyard where it's just not much cool stuff. So maybe we'll come back another time, but probably not. Probably not unless we truly, really need something for one of the cars. And if, I don't know, maybe they'll have better stuff next time. And seriously, go check out Matt if you haven't. Matt at Precision, it's a tongue twister. Precision Wraps and Graphics. I got his hoodie on right now, actually. And subscribe to his YouTube channel because he's trying to put some really cool YouTube videos together, and I know how it can be when you don't have very many subscribers. So go follow his YouTube channel. Links in the description right here on the screen, probably in the last few seconds. Go subscribe to him. Time to finish this video, so that means, you know, it's another day. I'm terrible at finishing videos lately. The junkyard kind of sucked. The content will get better. I'm still just trying to figure everything out. I'm kind of waiting on my stuff to get here. I still have both the cars coming from Japan. I think I'm gonna pick up another car, maybe two. I'm not sure what yet. Something cheap, something we can build on the channel. Like right now, I'm kind of relying on this as a daily. So if I can buy something cheap that we could have fun with and just like not care if it's broken for days at a time, like that would be awesome. And I think it would be fun to build something and paint something and like motor swap something. I don't know. I want something cheap and fun, and it can create content for all of us. So we'll see what I end up doing with that. I mean, there's just tons of more stuff coming with Garage Defend USA starting and all the cars coming from Japan. So be prepared for that. That's when the videos will be banging again. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks for watching.